Hello there. Hi everybody, this is Lindy with Huckleberry Mountain Botanicals. Today we are going to be talking about 5 ways you can build emotional resilience. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm totally piggybacking this off of my mom's blog post that I have printed out here. And the reason I wanted to do this is because with everything that's going on in the world, it's not even just in the United States, but everywhere, there's just so many emotions, and a lot of them are negative. And I think that, with social distancing and quarantine and lockdowns and weird sirens and just I don't know, everything, it just feels off and it feels weird and I don't like it. So I was kind of having a hard time today, and I've noticed that it comes in waves, sometimes I'm like, yeah, let's get this is great, we'll use this time to be productive, and that's good, but again, there's this emotional roller coaster that's happening, and it just feels weird, and sometimes it's really getting to me, and it's just it's not even just day to day my mood is fluctuating, it's hour to hour, minute to minute, who knows. And I know I cannot be the only person who's dealing with this, just feeling so uneasy and feeling so weird with everything that's going on, and just, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I am. Who knows? But either way, I remembered that my mom had written a blog post called 5 Ways to Build Emotional Resilience. And I was like, I think I need that. I think I need to get some tips on how to be a little bit more resilient and stable. I actually, if you need to, use your herbal allies, okay? This is rose and lemon balm tea. So we're just going to have a chat while I drink my tea. I'm trying to calm down, because rose, it really is so helpful for me, because I carry a lot of my emotion. I feel it physically in my heart, and rose is very supportive of the heart while being calming, and then the lemon balm is calming to the nerves, and plus it tastes good. So I love this tea. So I gotta get some of that. Anyway, so we're using our herbal support while looking at ways to improve the mind. So I'm just going to read through this blog post, and we're just going to discuss it as we go through. So, yeah. Let's get started. Resilience. It is Latin for resilio. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Which means the ability to bounce back, to cope with life's ups and downs, to get back on the horse after a fall. So, right now, life, ups, downs, it's crazy. So, resilience doesn't mean that you never have the ups and downs. It means that you're able to recover or to cope with it. Because I think emotional ups and downs are very normal and they're very, very healthy. And you should allow yourself to feel that so that you're not then overwhelmed with guilt or shame or whatever. Just recognize that they're normal, they're healthy, and that resilience isn't not feeling it. It's simply learning how to cope and how to recover from it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like courage. It's not being never scared. It's moving forward when you are scared. You can't have a courageous person who's never afraid of anything. Maybe you can. I don't know. But I like that definition, because it shows it doesn't mean that you never have these emotions. It simply means that you're able to recover and cope. So, I'm going to start reading the blog post now. Some people seem to possess a stronger, higher emotional resilience. They're able to overcome adversities and even recover more easily from traumatic events. Each of us has our own level of emotional resilience, but fortunately, it is something we can cultivate. And that's the great thing. There are some people who are just naturally so much stronger. I don't think I'm one of those people. I don't know. Maybe I am. It's hard to tell. Don't compare yourself to people. However, it is something that can be cultivated. And it's a process. It's a way of life, learning how to be resilient. So, don't be super concerned. So how can we cultivate emotional resilience? Number 1, view your situation as an obstacle to overcome instead of a problem. And the reason why this is so important is because if it's a problem, you're stuck there, you're in the problem. Maybe you feel like the problem is outside of yourself. It's not something you can control, like this pandemic and all the lockdowns and everything that's going on. You can't necessarily do things about that. But if it's an obstacle, then first of all, it's not permanent. And second of all, it's something that can make you stronger. Think about an obstacle course. What is it designed to do? It's designed to help you get stronger, help you be more agile, help you have more balance, like depending on what kind it is. It's not something that stops you. You go through the obstacle course to grow your strength and ability. You don't just go, oh, there's an obstacle course. I have to stop here now. You know what I'm saying? It's meant to go through it. Whereas a problem just seems like it's there. It's like this big wall that you can't see past sometimes. And I think that's what she's saying is look at things through the lens of I can grow through this and I can get through this and it's not gonna stop me. All right, number 2, think about what that particular situation might be trying to teach you. So this kind of goes hand in hand with number 1 in that you look at the situation and you can really try to think, what can I learn from this? Instead of it just being like, oh, well, things happen because life sucks. Look at it as every single thing that happens, good or bad, is a learning opportunity. It makes me stronger, but also teaches me things that are going to help me grow as a person. I have found that most of my growing has come from some kind of struggle, whether it's from the outside, whether it's from the inside. If you can change your perspective and look at it as something that can make you stronger and something that can improve on who you are as a person and your life, then it will be so much more productive and you will be happier. All right. And I'm going to link her blog post down below so you can read the details because she has lots of details here that I'm not even reading. Okay, step into your fears. Again, this is just like, she wrote this before the coronavirus was a thing. So we're not talking like, oh, you're afraid of the coronavirus. Step into it. Go let some people cough on you. That's not what I'm saying. This is just like in generalized life, but I feel like it can apply to this situation right now because there's so much fear and uncertainty and everything going on. Anyway, the principle of number 3, step into your fears, is to expand your comfort zone. Because when you do something that scares you, after a few times of doing that, you get to the point where you're like, I can't believe that that's once scared me. And it suddenly is part of your comfort zone. So here's your comfort zone right here. And you do something that scares you, and it's like, oh, and then you become comfortable with that. You do something else that scares you. Oh, you become comfortable with that. And it's not that you get to the point where suddenly you have nothing left that you fear, but I think when you exercise the muscle of stepping into your fear, it becomes easier to step into it rather than shrink away from it. So, again, read the blog post for more details. Be optimistic. I know it sounds cliche. However, things that you dwell on and that you think on draw certain things into your life, and they change your own perspective and your own internal life. You have to live with your thoughts. May as well make them happy ones. So just be a little bit positive, a little bit optimistic, list some things that you're grateful for, just for your own sake, and for the sake of those around you. Don't be a negative Nelly. Be okay with not having all the answers. Now this is big in this situation for sure, because I don't think any of us can get a straight answer on anything. But I think learning to be okay with not having it all together, not having all the answers, is really important because life is so unpredictable, as we have seen very clearly. And if you're so focused on trying to be able to control it in some way and feel like you have some kind of power over a situation that maybe you just don't, then you're going to be stressed out. That is a burden that you are not meant to carry, okay? It's not your responsibility to personally worry about the state of the entire world. That's just not realistic. It's not practical. She said I'm going to read her thing because it's actually really good. I think most of us like to know what is going on, what is going to happen, how it's going to happen, and even better, have some say in the situation. But this isn't always possible. One of the things I've really had to practice over the years is having my dreams, but not mapping out the exact route. So we may have a certain goal, a certain vision, but if you're so focused on one certain path, it's not going to work out because curveballs come. A worldwide pandemic comes. It ruins your plans. And if you're so stuck on the path and, but this is how it's supposed to be, and these are the answers I came up with, you're going to possibly not get to your goal. If you just keep the goal in mind and don't worry about how you're going to get there, but simply work through obstacles as they come and step into your fears and don't worry about tomorrow, then you will continue moving in the right direction and you will be so much happier. So, conclusion. I'll just read hers. Developing emotional resilience and mental toughness takes a lot of work. It's a daily practice. Every time a thought enters, you need to retrain yourself to think in an empowered way, to think in a positive way, rather than giving into fears, giving into stress and worry. And use some rose and lemon balm if you need to. Because honestly, I feel like I'm going a little crazy. Trust me, this blog post is for me. I'm just sharing it with you guys in case anybody needs it. But this is all like very convicting to me right now. The more you practice in day-to-day situations, the easier it will be for you to deal with more stressful situations in life as they arise. So this is a daily practice. Don't wait until it's like a life or death situation to begin practicing these 5 steps. Do it every day because there are things every day that scare us. There are things every day that stress us out. There are things every day that make us want to think negative and just sink into self-loathing. And if you practice every day moving in the right direction and moving against that, when it comes to bigger things, you'll be more well equipped. Or you'll be more equipped. Yeah, that. So, yeah, that's all for today. I just did a talking. I don't know. I know I didn't share a recipe or anything, but I think one big part of holistic health is the mind, and if you can get that to a place where it's healthy and it's good, that is huge. That is a huge part of health. And yeah. So that is it for today. I'll be back tomorrow. This everyday YouTube thing ends on April 15th, so we've got another 6 days or so, and it has been, wow, quite the journey. But anyway, we will talk about that later. I guess that's it. Until next time, health and joy.